Hello and welcome to the Artisan of Glimmith. I'm Tom, and in this video I will be solving the puzzles in the section, Precision. It's right here. Let's start with the first tutorial puzzle. The rules for precision are all regions must have an area of exactly 4, precision 4. So we can start here, right? We have to move out of this to create 4. And we can, in fact, only move up here, right? We can't move down there because of the border rule. So this one has to be one region. And then we need one more region of 4 here and another region of 4 there. Precision 3, we need 3 tile regions. Now here with these shapes, right, you can't have anything like this, or like this, or like this. Right, because you're always creating a region of one tile only, which means all of these have to be completed like that. Yeah, okay. Now here you need to move out. Here you also need to move out like this. Then 3. Here we need 3, and here we need 3. Precision 4. All regions must have an area of exactly 4. Here it is actually quite helpful to look at the entire grid size, which is 20, and that means we need 5 regions of 4, right, each. So once we draw in the starting clues, we can see that we have 4 regions already, right? But we need 5, and there's only one way to put them in, it's here. That's the only connected, those are the only 4 connected tiles that are not painted yet, right? So we need 4 in there like this. And then we need 4 here, and 4 there. Everything opens already. This one opens here, but let's do the tutorial first here. Hold Control to see the size of an area. We did this already, 42. Here it's actually not so important. Because you can just do this in the normal fashion. Just extend everything as long as it has to be extended. Here we need a new thing. Here we need something new, which means these go like this. Now here we already have 7. Let's finalize this one. That's also 7. Here we have 6, so this is complete. Here we need a new one. This is also 7. This is 6. And obviously we have to move here like this. Okay? So we did all the tutorial puzzles. There are 2 more difficulty 1 puzzles. This is one of them. We need areas of 4 precisely. So we need 1 here, 1 there, 3 and 4. This one is a complete region already. Here we can't have the same shape. We need an L shape. Here we can't have an L shape. So we need to use this shape here. And here we need the same shape like this. Here we need 4 tiles like that. Here we can only have 4 tiles like this. We can't go into this one, right? Because it doesn't work. Like this. And then we have 4 again. So where is the other difficulty 1 puzzle? I don't know that. Maybe it's here? No. There it is. Precision 4. Okay, let's start off here. And here. Here we need a 4, like this. Here we cannot touch this tile, because then we would be left with 1 tile that can't be completed. Then we need 4 here. I can't move there, because we have a region of 3 then. We need to do it like this. Then we have 4 here. And 1, 2, 3, 4 obviously, so that this one can extend to 4. So that's 6 puzzles. So let's start with the difficulty 2 puzzles. This is the first one. Precision 11. Here we can look at the size of the grid again. It's 33, so we need 3 regions. Yeah, 1 region has to be here. 1 region has to be here. And then here we also need something, right? But the thing is that this region can't touch these two tiles. It's 13 already. Can reach only until here. So how do we get this here? This one has 8 already, can only get there. Sorry. So this is also not an option. And that means indeed this region, like this has to be a separate region, which means that this part here has to be connected either up there or down here. This has 8, can only go, can't connect. That would be 13 already. So this has to be a connection, and that's 11 exactly. Which means these 8 have to be extended like this, and the rest is all the remaining area. Next, precision 3. Let's fill in the starting clues. No. So, here if we look at this part, we see that we cannot fill this with these two regions, right? So this has to be a separate region like this. And now we can simply extend the rest here to see that the remaining 3 down here has to be like this. There's no 2, that's a 4. What's here? There is a 2. Precision 3 with Delta and Gemini. You have to move out here and here. Let's look at this thing here. Yeah. Again, we have this 4-tile thing, which can't be done any other way than this. Okay. It can, otherwise we would lose a tile. Right. So this one has to also be a corner 3. This one has to be a straight 3 then. Can only be done like this. This one has to be a straight 3 because of the delta sign. And here we also need a straight 3 that has to start here, obviously. So here we can only have this corner tile in order not to lose this tile here. Which means we also need a corner tile there. And again we have this shape, 4 tiles, that has only 1 tile opening. Yeah, we need to create this like that. So what else do we have here? Here's the same thing. We have 4 tiles with only 1 tile opening. We need a corner shape like this, which means this one has to be a straight 3. Can't be done like this because we're losing this tile there. It has to go like this, which leaves us with 2 straight 3s. Those are all 2 here, I think. Yeah, precision 7. Oh yeah. This one here is 6 tiles, and we need a 7th one there. This here is 6 tiles with 1 there. This here is 6 tiles with another one there. And let's look down here now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how far it has to extend. Can't move up there, obviously. Oh, my audio is a bit too strong, I see now. Can't move up here because it would cut this one off. It has to move there. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this one has to be the 7. We can't move there or there because of the borders. So we have this as a 7. Now here we need to move up at least this far. And this one is a separate 7. I could have done that before already. Because of the opening, it had to be completed like this. So we need to move up here. But let's see how far we need to move up here, like this. That's 5, that's 3. This one will definitely go in here, which means that this one has to be expanded like this. That's a 7. And then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this, right? And the remaining 7 are here. Precision 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what we need. Here we need 2 at least. Oh yeah, here you can actually see that you have 5 times 4, that's 20, so you have 5 regions. That's also important for this one. Here you need a different region than this one, right? Because of the border, so this has to extend down here. And this one is complete here. And here we need the 4th region. So we have 4 regions now. But none of these two regions here can reach this tile. This one has to be part of this region. Now in order to keep 5 tiles here, I have to do it like this. And then we have 5 there. Right? Precision 11. We have 3 regions, okay? Up here we have 15. Now come on. And down here we have 16. Okay? That means one region is up here, one region has to extend all the way out here, and then there's another region here. Now we have these borders here that have to be complied with, right? Let's take these away again. Here we have 15, so we need 4 more tiles with this region inside here, and here we need 5 tiles in order to get to 11, right? And that fits perfectly with the borders, like this, 4 tiles, and here 5 tiles, right? And once I complete or finalize this region, the whole puzzle is complete because the rest is just added. Okay, how many do we have now? We have 12 and we need 15, so 3 more. Is there anything else here? This one is a 2, right? Yes. Precision 6 we have. So first of all I need to move out of this niche here with 4 tiles, which means this niche is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. And here we have 6 only possible like this. Now here we need 1, 2, 3, 4, we can't move in there, 5 and 6 here or there. We need the border there, however, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we need to extend this by 1 tile. Cannot be done like this. Has to be done like this in order to keep 6 tiles like this here. There's another 2. Precision 2. That's a very simple puzzle. I'm not going to talk too much here. Because it's so obvious what you need to do. And this puzzle only makes sense in conjunction with the other 3 puzzles where you have the same thing with Precision 4, Precision 5 and Precision 8. It's the same grid, but we'll get to that later. There's another 2. Precision 60. So we have 120, so we have exactly 2 regions. And we will start here. It's the easiest way. We have to move this way. We can't move up here. We have to move on this way. We can't move in here. We can't move down here. We have to move here. Again, can't move there because of the border. Then we can't move down here also. We have to move in there. Can't move up. We can't move down because we would cut this off here. So we have to move there and just move along the border. It's pretty simple. Now we have 56. We need 4 more tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't move up here because of the border. We can't move on here. It's pretty like it's directing itself, this puzzle, so to speak, right? So that's 15. Yeah, that's all difficulty 2 puzzles with white plinths, and we have 8 difficulty 3 puzzles on white plinths. So where are they? This is a number 3. Okay. Precision 18. Here we have 36, so we have 2 regions, and that means that we can in fact say this has to be 1 region because of the border. This has to be a different region. Then we have orange here again. Oh, come on, let's make this red. Yeah, that's really with the colors sometimes here like this. Here we need the violet again. And here we need red. Okay? So now red has 1 plus 6, that's 7, plus 5, that's 12. So we have 6 tiles left in order to reach 18. And that shows that I can't connect those up here, because like I wouldn't be able to reach this one. I can only do it down here, like this and like this. And that's exactly 18. Once I finalize the region, the other region is automatically filled. 3. There is another 3. Precision 13. Here we also have 2 regions only. Here we need 2 different regions, right? And since they have to mirror each other, we cannot leave the border actually. They both need the same amount of tiles along the border. which can only be done like this. Okay, we have 9 already, which means we need 4 more. Here we need a dark blue, and here we need a light blue. We can actually draw these borders here already in order to mirror them. And then it's obvious that we have to move up here and down there in order to comply with these 2 delta signs. Now each of them has 1 tile left, right? And I can't move the dark blue up here. I have to move the light blue here and the dark blue there. Okay. This is a 4. Where is another 3? This one is a 3. Precision 5 is what we have here. We will start here with this tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can only be done like this. Here we cannot have the same shape, which means we can't go there. We have to go there. Here we need to move here. We can't move there because we would copy the shape. We have to move there. And then here we have to move here. And since we can only move, like we can't do this, right? Because of the same shape, we definitely need to move here. And now if we were to extend the shape here, we would have to create the same shape next to it, which is not allowed according to the delta sign. So we need to complete the 5 tile region like this. Here we need to move here, and then we need to look at this here. We need this extension. They cannot combine, which means the maximum extent this one can reach is here, and then in order to have 5 it has to move down. Yeah, so that means it also has to take this tile, and since it cannot copy the shape, it cannot be completed like this. It has to be completed like that. That means these 2 tiles has to be part of this shape here. Now we can see that this also has to be 2, this has to be 2, and here this cannot be a T shape, right? Because of this delta sign here. This shape has to be, or this region has to be completed like this. Yeah. Now we need 2 tiles here. These cannot combine because we could only do like this 4 or 5, which is the same shape like here, or like this. So that doesn't work. We need to separate those 2. And both of them need to move down. This one can't move in here, it has to move further like this. And now they can't be the same, right? So let's look at this here now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has to be done like this. So this can only move here. And this then has to move there because of the delta sign. Here, we need to move out of this. This has to move here. This has to move here. Here we need 3. So, if we were to move this down, according to the delta sign, I would create an unallowed shape here. Actually, no. Oh no, this has to move down. It's like this because I can only go 1 in there. So, I can't, just a second. Yeah, I can't extend this shape further down here because I would create this here. This one has to be like this already. So I have to do this. And this one is finalized like this. Okay, 4, 3. There's another 3. Precision 5. Yeah, this one is easiest started by looking at these sections here. Those are 9, right? That means in order to create 5 with 1 opening, I need 1 more tile. Like this. This has to be 10. And this also has to be 10. And so now we can start with our first shape of 5 tiles here, like this. And the other one has to be like this. Sorry. Sorry, and up there is also 5. Now here, I need to copy this, right? Can't be done like this because we're cutting this tile off there. It has to be done like this, and then we have this shape here. And here we need to copy a shape that is 4 tiles wide, which I can only do from here and then there. Oops, not this, like this. And I obviously can't do it like this. It has to be done like this. And then the final shape is that one. What's this? That's also a 3. Precision 5. All regions must have an area of exactly 5. I'm not going to fill those in. The easiest way to start is here. Can't be done like this, right? To copy the shape because of the 2 tiles here. The 2 tile region has to be completed like this. Then here, this has to be completed like that. And here, this L shape then must be done like this. Up here, we can not go into this direction because we're losing a tile. We have to go into the other way, like this. Which means this here needs to be cut off like that. And here we need a cut off like this. Here we can only have 5 tiles like this. And then this shape can't be completed or can't be copied like this, obviously, because of the tiles here. It has to be done like this. Yeah? So we have 20 and we need 23. 3 more difficulty 3 puzzles. I think here are 2. One is here. That is the precision 4. It's the same grid like before, right? I'm gonna fill in the same starting clues here, like this. Now, this tile, this region can only extend to here, so it has to move up there at least. I can't combine the two, because that would create a region of 5, so I have to move there. And I can't combine these two, because that would create a region of 6, so I have to move here, and that is 4. This is 4 then, this has to move down here, this has to be 4 like this, and this has to be 4 like this. Here we need to move out with 2. Here, this region can not be completed by going up, because I could only do this or that, each way losing a tile, so we have to do this. Here we need 2 now. Oh, sorry, I have something in my throat. I hope that's not too bad for the audio. It's quite loud sometimes, but doesn't matter now. Here I can see that I need to combine these 2 sections now, because I can't combine these 2, right, because of the border. So this is one section. What else? Here I can only move up 1, right, like this. I can't move there, so I have to move this way, which means this area has to be completed like this, and this is also complete like this. This has to be an L now like this, and the final shape is a square. Where's the next one? It's right here. It's the same grid with precision 5 now. Same starting clues. Like this. Now, we have the same thing like before. We can only extend here, which means we have to move up there. But we could potentially combine these 2. So I can't do anything there. Since I have to move, can only move up 1 here, I have to move there with this region. Here I could move down. No, I can't move down actually, because this region can only have 5 now. Can't move into this tile here because of the border rule, right? So, what's next here? This could go there, there, there. This region here, let's look at this one, I guess. I'm not quite sure now if there was something else. This region here must extend into this area here, right? No, there's something else here. I don't remember. I don't quite remember. I mean, this region has to... It can only go here furthest, because we need to be able to do this, and it has to move up then, right? So that means it needs to be connected like this. That's for sure. And that means that this region here must move there, yeah? What about this thing here and this thing at all? Like, I don't know. There is something... Oh wait, I didn't do this properly. I don't see the next step at the moment. There must be something. Can go 1 in, 1 in, 1 in here, 1 there. Ah, yeah, it was this thing. Could have done that before already. I cannot extend this into that area here, into this tile, because I would need to extend this, and then I would need to extend this to a 6 tile region. So this is not possible. I can't have this. This has to be a border. And since I can only move 1 down, I have to combine those 2. That's it here. And this one has to be a 5 like this, which means this one has to be a 5 like this, and this is a 5 like this now. Okay? I have to move out of this one, and Let's go on here. Like, I mean, this one can't move down there because I could only do this or that then, losing one tile. Oops. So I'll have to do this. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can only be done like this. And here is the final region. Okay. We are at the white plinth with 3, right? Yeah, I need one more, and I think that maybe... Where is that? Ah, that's behind this window. Yeah, it's hidden here. Precision 21. We have 42, so 2 regions exactly. And it's pretty obvious, if we have one region here, the other region must touch both borders, right? And that's exactly 21. So I can just finalize the puzzle like this. So we've got 23. We need, what do we need? 4 difficulty 4 puzzles on white plinths. First one is down here, I think. This one. Yeah. We have precision 4 now. Let's see, where do we start? We start here. On these sides of the border I need the same shape, and on these sides of both borders I also need, on both sides of this I also need the same shape, but I can't have the same shape here. Which means these 2 shapes here in the tile also have to be different, they can't be the same. We need a border there. And since we have 4, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 like this here. And here 1, 2, 3, well, we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, but then we wouldn't be able to do anything here, right? We don't have enough tiles up there, so this L shape has to be completed like this. Here we also need, no, we can't have an L shape in either of those, so it means I can move here. I have to move there actually, because like if I go up there, oops, oh come on, if I go up there, I could only go here or here. And then I can't go like this, because we're losing a tile, and I can't go on for the L, so it has to be a T shape, right? And this then also has to be a T shape, and we have an L up here. Now this L can't be the same in both of these tiles because of the Gemini and the Delta sign. The L has to be done like this potentially, but then I would only have 3 here, so that doesn't work. It has to be done like this, which means here we have a straight 4. And now, as you can see, we have 12 tiles left. That's exactly 3 regions. Here we need a straight region or something that is not an L. Here we need something that is not an L. We can't have those 2 combined, so these 2 L's here. We need an L here and an L. They have to be the same. Can't be done like this. Has to be done like this. Then we have 4 there, which are not L, and 4 here, which is also not L, okay? Another white 4 is here. Precision 16. Here we have 32. This puzzle actually drove me crazy. First time I played it, really. I didn't know what to do, but it's actually pretty darn simple. So we have 2 regions exactly, because 32 times divided by 2 is 16, right? And since we need 2 colors on both sides of these borders, and we also need 2 colors like different regions here, I obviously have to move this region all the way down here. And this one also has to move all the way down here. Yeah? Now we already have 10, yeah? And now the thing is that here we also need the violet one, right? We have 12 already now. And once we do this here, it is impossible, because of these 2 borders and how they like they mirror each other, it's impossible to create different shapes, and we need to create different shapes, so I can't do this. Yeah? I can't have a green one here, and in fact now I need 3 more. Once I do this, I also have to do this, right? Yeah, I have 14, and then like, let's see, I always did the next step like that, but we need 2 more. Right? Where is the only place where we can have 2 more? We can't have 1 more. Well, we could have 1 more here. Yeah. Here only 1. No, that's 2 like that. The only place to add 2 more is this, right? If we put 1 here, we would also have to put 1 there and there. We could also try these 2 actually. Let's see what happens here. then we would need green here, and then we would need a third one here, right? So that doesn't work. The only way to add 2 is this. Yeah, that's 16. And those are the 2 different shapes. Okay, yeah. We need white plinths with difficulty 4. This one is a difficulty 4. Precision 3 here. Now, we can start off by looking at this section down here. Like, no matter what you do, because of the 3, you will always have, in both of these signs, you will have a 3 down here, right? Either like this, or like this, or like this. That means you need a border here because you can't have the same shape. This one has to be a 3, like and straight, and this will have to be a corner 3. Can't be done like this. Can only be done like this or like that, right? Here you also need a straight 3 because of the precision. Now you have 2 here, and where to go now? And that's by looking at this here. You have 3 here, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Yeah? Let's draw a border here and do it like this. We have 6 left now, or 5. We have also one. No, actually, how to explain this the best? Because yeah, let's look at the whole section here. This whole inner box. It's 4 by 4. That's 16. With a precision 3, we need 2 more tiles. Yeah. In order to get to 18, right? Which is then 6 regions of 3. So if I were to extend this here, I would have only 5 left, and no matter what I do, I can't do 3 here. Okay, so this one has to move up here, is complete also, and that means I need another border there, because now I have 7 left, with 1 for this one here, and 2 3s, whichever way, okay? And now we can simply do this here, all this stuff, go all the way around. Here we can't have a corner tile, so this has to be a straight 3. This one has to be a straight 3 then, and this is the final 3. Okay, that was puzzle number 3 of the difficulty 4. There must be one more difficulty 4. No, that's not it. Where is that? Did I miss that before? Oh, it's here, right? Yeah, it's in there. Hidden in this corner there. Precision 9. We have 36. Let's do this with different colors here. And green. Now, come on. Like this. Here you definitely need 4 different regions touching these corners, because you can't extend any of these with 9 tiles only to opposite corners, right? That's not possible. Like you would here, you would be able to do that, but you would cut this off, and it doesn't work. All 4 regions have to touch these 4 corners, right? So let's see what's the maximum extent of this to the red region. Like the blue needs to extend like this, and yeah, the yellow. So the maximum extent of the red one is 10. Okay. So like this is 8. This is certain that we have this region here, this extent sort of this region, and 1 more here or there, right? So this region has 5 already. It could extend there, which makes it 6, then 7, 8. Can't go up there. Could go here, could go there, we don't know. Let's take this away again. Now here we need another region, which could only be yellow or green. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, actually it could be yellow, but then I wouldn't be able to, I would get, like that's 9 here, but there's 2 tiles missing, so that's not possible. It has to be this one. Can it be done like this? Potentially yes, but I also need to extend green here for this border, right? So then we have 10. So I can't extend it like this, I have to extend it from here. And since I only have, like here I have 7, this actually has to extend 1 more now. I know that I have to go like this. That's 9. This one is complete. This one is 8 only, it has to extend there. And this one has to extend here, which is 9. So this is 7 plus 2, and that finalizes the puzzle. So that's 27, yeah, that's all the white plinth puzzles. We have difficulty 3 with brown plinths, and that's 4 puzzles. Let's see, is this a 3? Yes. Precision 3. We need to move out here and here. We can't connect those. We need to move out here as well, but we also need to move out here. So this one has to move up. This one has to extend there. This one also has to move up. This one goes up, this one goes here, this one goes here. This one cannot extend here because we would be left with an area of 5 tiles, right? So this has to move down here. This is like that. This is 3 straight, 3 corner, 3 corner, 3 straight. Here we need 3 corner. Can't combine there. And then 3 corner and 3 corner. Next is here. Precision 4. This one has to move out here. Now here, it is important to see that there must be a region up here, right? At least here, because I can only stand there. And this one cannot have this shape, because we would cut stuff off. I would be able to go there, but that's it, right? So the tile here has to move up, and that's the only, like, as far as it reaches because of this border, right? So this has to be the shape. This one can only be completed like this. Here we have a tile like this, can only be completed like that. Here we have to move like this. Here we need 2, here we need 2, here we need at least 3. Here we need 3 like this. So this has to move like that. These have to be combined. Here we need an L like this, and the final L has to be this then. When I say we have to do it like this, it's usually because of the border rule, like that you can't move in any other way, yeah? I'm not gonna explain that in more detail anymore. Wait, where are we? We needed, we need 2 more brown difficulty 3 puzzles. Is there anything here? That's 4 and 5. That's 5. 5. Where is it? That's a 4 right here. There's a 5. There's 1 3 here, I know that. There must be another one that I missed. Okay. Let's start with the usual starting clues. Like this. Here we need this, and here we need 4, right? Precision 4. We need an L shape. So this also has to be an L shape, like this. This must not be an L shape. And this must be a 4 straight, so like this. Here we also have 4 straight, which means this one cannot be a 4 straight. It must be an L shape. It can't be like this, because then here we're losing 2 tiles. So this must be an L shape, which obviously can't go up. I showed it. It has to be like this. This then has to be a square. And here we have another L shape. That's the only possibility. And an L shape here. Now this must not be an L shape. Can only be done like that in order not to lose any of those 4 tiles here. What else? Here we need an L shape. And here we cannot have an L shape. Means there's a border here, and this can only be done like that, because we need those 4 tiles here for the straight line. Now we have 2 sections of 4 left. Obviously this one can only be completed like that, and a square. So that was a 4, right? Yes. Where is the remaining 3? We have 30 now. I need 31. There was one in the door here. Wait, no, I did this already. Where is another brown one? Oh, down there. That's the one I missed. Precision 5. Oh yeah, here it is important to look at the amount of tiles. It's 25. So we have 5 regions exactly, okay? 5 regions with 5 tiles each. These are the starting clues. Actually, I didn't solve this properly, I see now. I always made a mistake. But anyhow, Any wow, any hey. Very good. The stuff to look at is because we have at least 3 regions. We can combine these here or these, right? We have 3 and we have areas here that cannot be touched by any of these regions here. The first one is here. This tile cannot be reached by this region, by none of these regions. Also, this tile cannot be reached by any of these 3 regions. Yeah. This one cannot be reached, and this one cannot be reached. Okay? So that shows us that like this cannot be one region, all these tiles, right? That has to be 2 regions, which means we have to combine 2 regions here. Okay? So yeah, and if I were to combine this region here, I wouldn't be able. Would I be able? Could I do it like this? This would then have to extend like this. This would have to extend here, and it doesn't work, yeah? It doesn't work like that. Is there anything else to see that? I'm not sure, because I always automatically assumed I can only combine those 2. Just visually, it just makes so much sense, but obviously this is also an option, and it's the first time I noticed that. But yeah, it doesn't work because of this here. Anyway, maybe it's also because, like, I mean, basically you have to combine these here. These 2 have to be combined, these 2 sections, right? And now that means these have to be combined as well. Yeah, that's the better way to solve this, and that means that you have to go up here. This has to be 1 region then. This is 5 already. This is 5 like this. This is 5 like this, and this is 5 like that. Yes, so that's the logical approach, that you have to combine these separate tiles like this down here. Okay, I think that was the last one, 31, yes. So we have difficulty 4 on brown plinth, and there are exactly 3 of them. So this should be the first one, I guess. Yeah, precision 3. Well, that's a nice puzzle. Here we have to start down here. Here we can't move down, because if we did this, we would have to create a shape. We would have to copy the shape, but we can't. We are not allowed the same shape. Copy and not copy, right? It's not possible. So this has to be a straight one. This one then has to be a corner, and this also has to be a corner. What's next? Here we need a straight 3 because of the delta. Can only be done like this. This then also has to be straight. And here we also need a straight 3. Must be this one then, right? Now here we obviously need a border here to create an area of 3 by 3. And since I need 2 times the same shape and 1 time a different shape, the straight one has to be here, because there's no way for me to create a 3 straight inside this box here, sort of, right? So, and that means here we need 2 times 3, just exactly the same way as here. This has to move down here. And here we have the same situation as up here, right? So that means we need a straight 3 here. This one has to be a corner 3, and this one also has to be a corner 3. This one has to be like this. But we don't know if the corner 3 is done like this, right? Or like this. Okay? In any event, we know that this one has to be a corner 3, this tile here, right? Because either like this or like that. It means this needs to be a straight 3, according to the delta sign. That can only be fulfilled like this. It means here we also need a straight 3, because of the Gemini sign. And then we need to complete the corner like this corner like that, and 3 and 3. Next 4 is... what is this? That's a 5. Is there anything else here? No, there isn't. I have 3. Ah, there's one. Yeah. Precision 10. So let's look at the size of this one first of all. It's 30, so we need 3 regions. It's not possible, like I need different colors here, right? It's not possible for me to go all the way here, like that's 10 tiles, yeah, but inside there's only 8. Can't touch the other side of the border. That means I have to move to this side of the border. And here the same is true, sort of like 10, which wouldn't even possibly, it's 8. Touching the same border, that's also not possible, which means I need to do this. And from here, is it actually possible from here? If I add 4 more, like, can I touch this border here? That's 11. It's impossible. I can't touch this border. Regardless of what I do, where I start, it's too many. We have 5 already, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least. That means that this border here has to be connected like this. Oh, I'm green all the time. I didn't even notice. And that's 10 exactly here. Okay? Now I need something other than this color on this side of the border, so it has to be this one here. And it has to move along the frame in order not to create a new region, right? Or the edge here. That's 10 exactly. So 10 here, and this is then also 10, okay? Now here, from this side, I could potentially do this and create a region of 10, but here we would have 5 and 6 or whatever, so that doesn't work. Also here I need to connect these borders, and here it's pretty obvious that I need to do that because there's basically no space here, yeah? Like, I can draw this now, but it doesn't matter. Anyhow, the problem here is that if I do the same thing like here, like this, then I would have to move this all the way here, but I have 6 already, and that's another 5, so that doesn't work. Yeah, I can't create it like this. It doesn't work. Here, indeed, that means I have to move this region all the way there to this border. Yeah, so we need to add 4 tiles here without disturbing this path here, which should be done like this. Like, I can't have this one here, and I only have 6 left. That's exactly what I need, so it has to be done like this. That's 10 now, that's 10 now, and the remaining 10 are this now. So that's 33. I need 34. I am with the brown. Oh, the last one is here. Oh yeah, this is also a nice puzzle. We can start with this clue here. It's the only starting clue actually. And given those 2 signs, we definitely need a border here. Okay. This one also has to extend here, because we need 4 precision, right? Also because of this here. And now we can't extend this here, because then we would have the delta and the Gemini sign in the same 2 shapes. So we need a border here. And this has to move there. It can't move there. These 2 have to copy each other. So that means I can't do this because I'm losing this tile here. I have to shape an L. This also has to be an L. This also has to be an L now. Can only be accomplished like this. And this one has to be an L, but we also need 4 here, right? So obviously we have these shapes. Now, we need 2 here and 2 here again. Again, we need a border here because of the Gemini and the delta sign. We can't have an L shape this time, so it must be this. This also must be the S shape then because of the Gemini. And here I can't have this shape, right? I can't have an L also because of the 2 here. This has to be an L like this. Here, we can't have an S shape. Obviously, we need the T in order not to lose any tiles also. So this also has to be a T. Now we need to move out of here again. We need the border again because of Gemini and Delta. We need to move there. We can't have the S shape, so that has to be an L again. This has to be an S now. And yes, here we... No, wait. Like I could put an L. It's going to be an L anyway, either like this, or it could also be a T actually. But like this, we're cutting off the Gemini from the delta region here. It doesn't work, right? We would have to do this. An L is not possible really like this. An L is only possible if I do it like this. so that I can have a non-L here, sort of like I can't have this down here because we're cutting off. We have to keep this here, so we have 4 here that we need to copy, and these 4 are unlike the L, okay? That's the only way in the end. So 34, and there are 4 puzzles with difficulty 5 left. They're all back here, I guess. Yeah, let's start with the big one in the center here. And with the starting clues here, we obviously need to fill all those in. Here we need 2, here we need 2. Let's start here already. I can show that this is not possible, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would have to combine 6, 7, it's too much. I can't move both of these, I can't combine these 2 regions here. And I can't move both of them out, yeah, if I do this. So this has to be done like this. And then I can't do this because we're left with 4 only. I only have 2 left now. I also can't do this, because even if I do this, I'm losing a tile. So indeed I have to do this and then finalize this like this. Here we need 3 then, but this is all we know so far. Here we need 4, plus 1 can only be here. Then, oops, 5 like this, 5 like this, 5 like this. And here we need those. Here we can't go in there because we're losing this tile, so the 5 tiles have to be like this, which again creates a region like this. Here we need 5 like this, and then 5 like this. This has to go here, this has to go here, here, and here we can't have a border here, because if there was a border, I would have to move all the way out, and then I wouldn't be able to get out here, right? So this has to be one section. Okay, what else? Here I need to move up now, and I can not move there because I wouldn't be able to move down. I would have to move in, and then for this region I would only have 2 tiles left, so that's not allowed. And here is the same basically. I can't do this because we would create a region of 3, so I have to complete this as an L. And now both of them have to move all the way down here, which means this tile has to be joined from the other region, and then we create 5 tile region like that. That means here we have something, and that's 3 plus 2 plus 2, that's 7, plus 8 is 15, so we have 3 regions of 5 tiles. None of these regions can be combined. That's easy to see, right? Also, I cannot reach this tile with this or that region, so we need this. And I cannot reach this tile with each of these 2 regions, so I need this as well. And now you can see basically pretty simple that we have to complete the puzzle like this in order not to cut anything off. Okay, here's another number 5 puzzle. Now here, the shape or the region of this tile here is copied here, 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 here. And the shape of this tile is copied here and here. And since these 2 shapes have to be different, these cannot be the same, and they have to be the same, a different shape also. Both of them have to move out of here. And this one cannot move down here because we want to prevent having the same shapes here, right, in these 2 sections. And like this, I would automatically have the same shape on both sides of the delta. So this has to be a border, and this has to move here, right? Now this one can't move there anymore because I'm unable to create a shape of a width of 3 now, here like this, right? So it has to be done like this and like this. That also means that here I can't have an L shape. Now if I had a border here, I would only be able to create an L shape for the same reasons I did one there, right? So this cannot be a border. Yeah. What else? I can't move down. I can move out 1 more. Basically, But I can't move out 5, yeah, because I don't have 5 here length. So I have to move in there also. And now if I were to move in there, I wouldn't be able to copy the shape. Yeah, I can't make this a T up here, the yellow region. So indeed the final section must be like this, the final shape, yeah? Which means here we have this with the border there. We don't know about this one here, but we know about this one here. This has to move down, can't do anything else. And since we have 16 tiles left in this region here, in this area, we need to add 1 tile here or here to get a 15. That's 3 times 5, right? But most importantly, that means here is a border. Now here, I also need this shape, right? This shape here. And since I need 1 tile to extend out of this region, I can only do it like this. This has to move out here, which means I can only have the protrusion or whatever you call that here, right? And that also means that I can't have this extension here. It's here, and then we need a different section here, a different region, which means we need 1 region here and 1 region here. Okay? Now, the 5 here, or this section can't be done like this, because we're losing 2 tiles here. It also can't be done here, because we only have 1 tile to stick out here and 1 there, and this one would be lost, right? So it can only be done like this, actually. It can't be done like this here because of this tile. So this is the only way to do that with the 1 tile sticking out there. Then here we have 5 like this, right? And here we have 5 like this, and the remaining 5 are there. Okay. That's another 5. Oh yeah, here's the same grid again with a precision 8 now. So let's again fill in the starting clues. And I hope I can get this right now. This is quite difficult. I think the starting point was this region here, because that's the maximum extent it can grow here, sort of. It has to then go all the way there, right? Can't move here, so that's 6 now. It can potentially go 2 up there, but like this, it could also combine here, yeah? And it has to move along the edge of the grid again, because otherwise we will create a section that doesn't have 8 tiles, right? So that's something that I have to do, right? So let's look at this section now here. What is the maximum extent it can grow, sort of? It can go up here. It can't go in there because we're cutting this off, yeah? It can go here. That's 5. It would need at least 3 more. 1, 2, 3. That's what it would be. There could be 1 less. It could go here. It can't, in fact, go in there, because then I would be left with a shape of 7. Yeah? I couldn't add this one. I couldn't add this one because of the border, and I couldn't go here because of the border. Also because I need to move around here, yeah? So it's not possible for the red one to go in there. That in turn means this one has to go in there, right? Yeah. Since the green one is in there, this one has to be here. Let's leave it like this here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potentially, 7, 8. That's what we need for sure, yeah? And this one has to move here also, at least there, okay? Maybe combine there, move on, whatever. But since we have 6 here already, we can't combine these 2 shapes anymore. There must be a border, and this then can only be completed like this, 8. Now here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't combine here because 8, 9. We have to do it like this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like this. Which means this section can only be completed like this. And indeed, this 6 and this 2, they have to be combined. And there is another number 5 here. Precision 9. We have 27 tiles. That's exactly 3 regions of 9 each. Here we need 3 shapes sort of in here, 3. But given that we have only 3 regions, that means 2 of these regions have to be the same. Obviously, that's this one and this one. And this one most likely has to extend into this one. And here we also need 2 regions that are the same. This one and this one. And then we have two regions, and a 3rd region has to be here. Okay? There's no way that this region and this region is the same, right? Because they need to differ. Okay? So we have 2 times the same region and 1 completely different region. Okay? That's the only way this can be accomplished. Now, it's pretty obvious that the red region cannot combine like this, because the yellow ones would be cut off. This has to be done like this, which in turn means that the delta region here has to be combined like this, completed like this, sort of, right? Yeah. And yellow has to extend, red has to extend, red has to extend again. In fact, you can see already that red cannot extend here, because there is no area anymore left anymore where you have 4, like of a width of 4 and 3 width. Yeah, 3 in this direction and 4 in this direction doesn't exist anymore. Like, you could do this here, but you would cut everything off. You would lose those 2 tiles. It doesn't work. You have to extend here as well. Yeah. So this is not possible. Yeah. You have to extend here and here. That's 8. So you have 1 more tile. And now that you have this shape, like, I don't know if there's a logical way to conclude this, other than showing that it doesn't work like this. This is obviously not allowed because of the 2 tiles. It can only be done like this, and that means yellow can easily go exactly the same way like red. And blue is a different shape. Yeah? Okay. That's 38 puzzles. That's all the puzzles in this section. So, let me check. I didn't miss anything. No, number 6, no difficulty 6, no difficulty 7. Well, that's it then. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope I could help you out here and there maybe. And maybe you'll join me when I will be solving the next puzzles in the polyomino section here. Hope to see you then. Until then, bye.